Welcome to Equip with Pastor Steve Hamner. Join us today as we are creating a world that Christ can live in. For more information, visit our website at wordoffaithtuscaloosa.com.
Hi, glad that you're able to join me today. Once again, we are looking at the power of your words, and we are talking today on controlling your words. Controlling your words. We have discussed during the other broadcasts the principles of faith, and we simply said that faith is a force that is used by God when He created the world. We also said that faith is primarily released by the words of our mouth, and finally we said that God established this system called communication, in which we can use faith-filled words to create, to transform, as well as to establish things into our environment. Today we're going to look at the book of James, the 3rd chapter, verses 1 through 5, and this tells us, it talks about the power of the tongue, and it says this. It says, "Dear brothers and sisters, now many of you should become teachers in the church, for we who teach will be judged more strictly. Indeed, we all make mistakes." This is so true. "For if we could control our tongues, we will be perfect and could also control ourselves in other ways." So that is very key. That's very important that we understand. For if we could control our tongue, the scripture says, then we would be perfect and we could also control ourselves in every other way. Number 3 says, or verse 3 says, "We can make a large horse go wherever we want by means of a small bit in its mouth. And a small rudder makes a huge ship turn wherever the pilot chooses to go. Even though the winds are strong, in the same way, the tongue is a small thing, but it makes grand speeches. But a tiny spark can set a great forest on fire." This simply tells us that there is power in the controlling of your tongue. That, as that scripture says, that when we control our tongue, we are made perfect in every way, and we are also able to control ourselves in other areas of our lives. Just think about the things that we can that are that are in disarray in our lives. That if we will begin to speak faith-filled words and begin to realize that what we're saying and what we can say can turn that whole situation around. So it's very important that you and I learn how to control our words. Listen at this. I got 3 points, and I'm going to be finished with this for today. Number 1 is simple as this, is that a mature person, we all believe that we are perfect and we are mature in Jesus Christ. But it says a mature person in the things of God will take His words and will control them. Take His words and control them. I said in one other broadcast is we have to think before we speak. Our thoughts enter our minds, and we need to think before we say what comes or what enters into our minds. So a mature person will in the things of God and with the things of God, take His words, and then He will control those words so that the words will work for him or her and not against him or her. So we can take our words, and we understand that we can take those words and control those words so that the things that we want to work for us can work for us. And number 2 says this, that many people have their words working against them because they don't listen to what they say. Many people, words are working against them simply because they don't listen to what they say. We've all seen people who just speak off the top of their mind, or something just comes out of their mouth, and then they try to revert it and try to say, "Well, I didn't mean to say that." It's because that person has not thought of what they were going to say before they said it, and so then they will begin to eat or have the fruit of what they have said. And finally, this, every time you speak something, ask yourself this question: is this really what I want? When you begin to ask yourself this question before you speak, do I really want this thing I'm saying? That is very powerful and very key to us beginning to control our words. Our words control and move everything about our lives, in every area of our lives. The words that we speak, it controls our very life. God bless you. See you next time.
For more information, visit our website at wordoffaithtuscaloosa.com.